What's up, guys? Welcome back. Glad you're here. On today's episode, we're going to be looking at the newest deck release. That's right, by Gemini and Thomas Pinston. That's right, we're going to be looking into the new Gemini Casino deck. That's right, so buckle in your seatbelts, because we're going there. Let's go. The limited edition Gemini Casino deck is one of the most recent in the series, coming off of the successful release of the most recent Orange Edition. It kind of resembles the Vegas Blue limited edition deck that was not put out that long ago either. Other decks that are in the series include the Black, the Red, and the Royal Blue editions as well. This deck only had 1,000 print run, making it very sought after for collectors, magicians, and cardists. Like I said, these decks are made to pay homage and resemble decks of yesteryear, or shall I say decades ago, like the world famous Jerry's Nugget deck. As you can see, kind of that same tower looking effect there on the front. It has this nice blue Pantone baby bluish color all the way around the design, with a white border around that. Like I said, they've kept the same design on the inside. It says Gemini real big Montebello and blue, and it says US regulation playing cards underneath in the red. The left side of the tuck case says Gemini Casino with almost the blue bars on each side of that. The right side says Las Vegas, Nevada. The bottom of the tuck case features ad copy from Gemini Playing Card Company. The top of the tuck flap says Gemini Las Vegas, Nevada, with the partial part of the stamp style tuck seal on that. The inner flap has the G for Gemini and the rest of the Gemini Casino tuck seal on that. This deck does come printed by the United States Playing Card Company on their casino grade stock. It does have a modern cut as well as a air cushion emboss. The first two cards you're going to receive within this deck are going to be two duplicate and original, very familiar jokers. If you're familiar with the Gemini Casino decks, it's going to say Joker in each corner. It's going to have that same design that we've seen on the tuck case, as well as the back design of the cards in the middle, this time in a blue and yellow themed color, which we'll see here shortly. It's going to say compliments of Gemini, downtown Las Vegas, USA. The next card is going to look very similar as well. If you're familiar with the deck, it's going to have this kind of Nevada map there on the ad card. It's going to say Gemini and the address below, where I'm either guessing that this sort of made-up casino kind of resides, or where Gemini is located. The last card you're going to receive extra-wise is this other ad card. It's going to say Gemini Casino above it, that spade pip there. And it's going to say Collector's Edition and 1 of 1,000. The pips and indices in this deck look very standard, except for the new makeover as far as the stylized colors. As you can see, what are usually black are now that same Pantone blue color that we've seen on the front of the tuck case as far as the spades and clubs, and where we usually see red as far as the diamonds and hearts are concerned, we now see that very bright yellow. As far as the courts are concerned, you still have that very familiar looking court, as you can see here, except, once again, very recolored using the same yellows, blues, and reds that flow throughout the deck, still making this deck very cool and useful for Magic gameplay and cardistry. As far as the aces are concerned, I really enjoy the way he made the middle pip very enlarged, almost making each ace very prominent. As you can see, the diamond, the club, and the heart, but the main attraction is the ace of spades as always. You have that same blue hue and that enlarged spade pip that we've seen all over the deck, especially in the tuck seal, has Gemini Casino, Las Vegas, Nevada, made in the USA. Alright, so what are my final thoughts on this deck? I give it a 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. That's as high as I can go. Honestly, for a first-time Gemini deck owner, I was very let down. I went for broke on this one. I said, you know what better deck to grab first of a Gemini than a limited edition? And just in many cases, there's nothing special about it. Let's be honest here. So many times, especially now, we're seeing a lot of designers and companies put that special edition, limited run label on their decks to create that urgency for the general population and public to run out and grab the deck when there's nothing special or limited about it except for the print run. And I get it in a sense, but in others I don't. If you're going to make it that special deck, make it special. Do it like Daniel Snyder did. Put a limited tuck seal on it, a numbered seal. Make something special other than you just telling us it's special. I mean, come on. As far as I can tell, like I said, this looks just like any other deck. The only difference is they made it a different color. And like I said, and this looks very familiar to the Vegas Blue limited edition deck that Princeton put out not too long ago as well, if you remember that. So yeah, just saying. Also, me personally, like I said, these are my opinions. Don't tear me apart from my opinions. I'm just sharing my opinions and thoughts of this deck. The other thing that I don't like, and I get that maybe it was a on purpose move for them to do this, but I didn't like that they didn't use a crushed stock. I mean, they could have at least used a crushed casino grade B stock instead of just using a B stock. I mean, a lot of people these days like that crushed stock. They like a thinner deck. This, on the other hand, feels like Cardamundi and United States Playing Card Company had a baby, and that's what this is. It feels very thick, almost like if you put it in my hand, I feel like it's a Copag 310 deck. That's how thick it feels. Even thicker than the Nock brand decks as well, if you're familiar with Alex Pandre and the Blue Crown. Those are other decks that I'm not a fan of because I prefers a thinner deck. I can do more, better flourishes because of my hand size, things of that nature. I appreciate a thinner deck. Plus, I feel like I can do more. It lasts longer. It's just so many more different things, So yeah, if you're looking for a crushed stock, you're not going to find it here. Also, the fact that I appreciate a deck that has extra cards, gaff cards, double backer even, which is pretty much standard nowadays with even bicycle decks that we're seeing put out in Walmart, Walgreens, things like that. So yeah, and that wasn't used. I seen two, I like the duplicate jokers that I can do something with as far as sandwich effects, things like that, different transpose, but the special edition card, we already know it's special edition. That could have been a double backer. That could have been a, double facer. That could have been a, duplicate card for the guys who are gonna or want to use this for Magic. So yeah, that's it. Like I said, these are sold out. I'll still link Gemini below. You guys can go and check them out. If you enjoyed this review as much as I enjoyed doing it for you, consider hitting that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you beautiful some bitches on the next one. Did you enjoy the content you just watched? If so, and you want to become part of my dysfunctional family, consider hitting that subscribe button here or watch my last video here. Either way, I'll see you soon.